Welcome to the Wichita Dinner Table. It is Wednesday, September 11th. Back for another round is the Kansas Gastronomist.
What's going on, Eddie?
What's up? And we have DJ Carbon.
What up, guys? How you doing?
Good. This week, the hat is from Public at the Brickyard. We were just there for Ori's Garlic Fest. They put on some awesome events outside of just having bands every single weekend and delicious food. They have Backyard Boogie. I've been to an Illusionist dinner there before. So just shout out to Brooke and team over at Public. And something new, I realized I have a crap ton of shirts. So behind me, we're going to start displaying some shirts. This one is from Sharky's Island Bites. Their grand opening is actually Saturday, the 14th. It's located at 8918 West 21st Street North. It's the same owners as Crafted. Biased, a little plug. It is my brother, so shout out to him. They own Crafted over at 9730 East 21st Street. The new Sharkies will have Hawaiian dishes like poke, Hawaiian plate lunches, huli huli chicken, Korean fried chicken, and smash burgers.
Where's that?
Smash burgers, really?
Yeah, it is Sharky's Island Bites, and that's at 8918 West 21st Street, in the same area as the Warren Theater over at 21st in Tyler.
Right
it's
on.
the old Baskin Robbins, I think it is.
Yeah, with the Toll House. Yep.
Yeah.
Which used to be a Haagen-Dazs way back in the day when I first moved here. Yes.
Oh, I didn't go west back then. It was a little too far. Now I'm used to it.
First moved here, I lived in Yorktown. The apartment's right behind the Warren, so I used to work at that Papa John's right there.
Oh yeah, that's still open too.
Oh yeah.
All right, real quick, we're gonna send it over to some guests to discuss Wichita Startup Week, and we are here to talk Wichita Startup Week. Today, I have Shae Blevins with Third House Co. and Elleigh Peters with Nexus. For those that don't know, Wichita Startup Week is September 30th through October 4th. Shae, Elleigh, welcome.
Nice to see you.
Of course, yeah. So the event started back in 2021, 300 registrants, and 2 years later, this last year, you had over 1,000 registrants. So, in the mass of 3 years, it's pretty much tripled. And this is the fourth year. It looks to be a pretty big show. Shae, do you want to kind of share what people can expect?
Yeah, absolutely. So last year we did something new. We tried to bring high school students to Wichita Startup Week via a field trip. And we're doing it again this year because it was such a huge success. So Monday, September 30th, during the day is All Day Youth Day. We have area high schools who are bringing their career classes, their entrepreneurship classes, their business classes, and we have a full program for them to build a business and pitch a product.
So for those that have never attended Wichita Startup Week, what is it? What can people expect to see?
Well, after Youth Day, we do have several networking events and programs throughout the week. So, for example, Monday, we kind of kick off with a Nexus event called the Enterprise Engagement Summit. And then Tuesday, we have programming at the Ruffin Building with Wichita Independent Business Association. They are our kind of Tuesday programming sponsor partner. They're giving us the auditorium and the atrium area for some programs and workshops by people like Robert Feeney, who is a CEO in town, Ted Grewell, who is a software expert, and Tijuana Hardwell, who is a marketing expert. And then we also have another Nexus event that night at WSU Tech, the FinTech Financial Technology competition. I'm going to let Elleigh talk about that. And then Wednesday is the flagship Kansas.Tech Ad Astra event. They have all day Wednesday, and I believe they're at the Hyatt this year. That's a ticketed event as well. And then Thursday, we are at Groover Labs all day for a just programs built for small businesses and startups and entrepreneurs who are looking for more information about how to run a business and what they need to do. And then finally, on Friday, we have a pitch competition and startup and small business trade show that is going to be at Groover Labs. And we'll have more details about that later, but we are working on that right now.
Okay, so real quick, T is not just a marketing expert. I think she's like a mastermind.
She is a genius, and
so this seems like a great space for incubators, startups, anybody looking to become an entrepreneur essentially.
That's our goal, is really to celebrate and elevate the ecosystem and provide people who are wanting to be business owners or wanting to be entrepreneurs or who are already in their business and in their startups to get them really the resources that they need.
Okay, Ellie, what else can people expect?
Yeah, so this is the first year that all 5 organizations are coming together and collaborating to make Wichita Startup Week even stronger, and provide more resources and more networking opportunities for startups and entrepreneurs and any of those in the community. And so I think people can just expect more programming, a lot of what Shae just spoke on, but more programming and events and a lot of opportunities to come and learn and gain the resources that they need and are looking for.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys each question before we leave. What are each of you most excited about during the whole week?
Oh, I am going to always be the most excited about Youth Day. I really, really love it when young entrepreneurs can come and experience the programming that we have and see what is coming, for the next generation of entrepreneurs in Wichita. And Roy Moy, who is the founder of STEM Music, always does a wonderful job emceeing this event and programming this event. And we are very lucky this year to have Kansas Health Foundation as a sponsor for Youth Day. They are making it possible to get more students to Groover Labs this year. Thanks to their sponsorship, we can transport even more kids. So that's what I'm always going to be excited about, and I hope I never have to say goodbye to Youth Day.
Ellie.
I'm looking forward to two of our programs, the Enterprise Engagement Series and then the Financial Technology Pilot Competition, are both now culminating during that week. And so it's just a great way that we already took these built up programs and now it's more open to the public and we're getting more entrepreneurs to come and be able to attend those events. And so again, it's just broadening that reach of resources and networking, and like finally I feel like people can see like, oh, this is happening in our community, and not that they didn't before, but I feel like it just helps broaden that reach even more. And so I'm really excited to be able to meet more entrepreneurs and connect with more people in the community.
Awesome. So that's Wichita Startup Week, September 30th through October 4th. People can get their tickets, get more information over at startupweekwichita.com. All right, Shae, Ellie, thanks for hopping on.
Thank you for
Thank
having us.
you.
And we're back. Thank you to the people over at Wichita Startup Weekend. Let's move on to this past week. It was a slammed schedule. I think it started earlier in the week with Wichita Mystery Company.
Yes.
A few of us, actually a large group of us, 20 of us, did a murder mystery dinner with Wichita
yeah.
Mystery Company.
Both
That
you
was
guys did it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. It was phenomenal, man. I didn't quite know what to expect, but that was such a great time. Great evening. And with a great team, man. You pulled all the right people, and man, it was a blast. We had a whole lot of fun. My wife's still talking about it, and yeah, phenomenal.
I mean, you
DJ,
had
was
dinner.
that your first time?
Yes, first time I've attended more of a performance thing where you guess things, but not where you are. That was a really cool thing about this. So you all get assigned a character, and there are no actors, so everybody is actively involved in the story unfolding, and you get clues. They start you off with your character sheet, and then as the night progresses, you get updated cards with more clues and more things to ask about, and kind of peel back the layers of the onion, if you will. It was really well done.
You have to be it's very interactive. It's best if you don't mind, engaging with other people. For those that are, very introverted, there is a cash bar there. Otherwise, it's fun. Not to give anything away with like characters and whatnot, but Carbon and I, we were kind of just joshing each other back and forth, and he completely bodied me. Um, he came out with me with some like put down, and for the first time in my life, I was like speechless. I didn't know what to say, and he got me good. But it was such a good time. So many laughs, and yeah, the crowd of people really help.
How
It
long?
was
How long does it take usually?
It was about 2 hours, 2.5 hours or so with dinner.
yeah.
Yeah, it was over at 13 Sinister Souls, so it was like the perfect room. It's a haunted house. spooky feeling. A homicide's taking place. It's just, yeah, the energy was great.
It was phenomenal. It was well run. Yeah, it definitely. I would agree with you. You got to be a little bit more outgoing. Like if you just want to solve the puzzle and keep to yourself, it's not that. You want to engage. So, but everyone did a great job with owning their roles, and I think it helps getting a role because then you could be like, it's not me, it's the character. I got to be the jerk, so I had so much fun with that. I was just the crass, unmannered, and yeah, it was a
Actually
lot of
came
fun.
natural.
Yeah,
Not too natural.
he got to be himself.
It never gets to come out, But yeah, it was great.
But for anybody interested, check out WichitaMysteryCo.com. They actually dropped a new date for 9/28. So there's another show there. The other September shows have sold out. Also this weekend was the Kansas State Fair, one of my favorite family traditions. I checked it out. I was there around 1 o'clock. We didn't leave till after 10 o'clock. So it was almost like a 9+ hour day in Hutchinson.
Wow. Did
Lots
you
of
check
food.
out any animals or just food?
We saw the pig races. That's always a fun little cute thing. Saw a camel, same old farm animals. But we did check out the butter sculpture.
What is the butter sculpture this year?
It was a big old cow.
Okay.
I want to say it's like 300 pounds of butter or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
I went and
That's
checked out
insane.
the state's largest pumpkin. That was a thing too. I actually made a note to myself to see how much it weighed. I'm gonna check that out real quick. How much do you think the largest pumpkin weighed?
Oh my gosh.
4.25.
400
Four-
pounds?
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with like 150.
Man, you guys are way off. 1,138 pounds.
What?
1,000. Wow.
Yeah, we'll get a picture on the screen, but it was massive.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Apparently I know nothing about pumpkins.
You thought my 4.25 was high.
I did. I'm like, what?
That's like dinky. All right. Also, this weekend was Toastique's grand opening. They're a gourmet avocado toast bar, juice bar, and they're over at 9747 East 21st Street North. Carbon, I know you were there grand opening day, dropping the tunes.
Yes, it was a blast. They had a line from the jump. They had some giveaways and all kinds of stuff. But man, I did not see a single person leaving upset. They were smiling ear to ear. The food was delicious. I can't wait to go back and enjoy some more. So it was phenomenal. Great people running it. They were running like a well-oiled machine. Yeah, there was a line. I was DJing for 3 hours, and the line did not stop. So
Yeah,
TKG, you were there.
I stopped by there and just to say hi to DJ and see if there was still a line, because I had seen on his stories that there was a line going all the way around Dino's. Is that right, DJ?
Yep, all the way down to the end. So it went down the whole front and then down the entire side all the way to the end of Dino's. Like it might have dipped around the corner. I think that was the end though. But yeah, it's a monstrous line.
Yeah,
What was
and
on-
there was a line when I went. So yeah.
What was on the playlist? I know I asked you last time.
Mostly just up-tempo energy, just keeping everyone's toes tapping and head nodding. So they have a playlist that they had, and I'm like, okay, so they gave me a baseline of what they normally play in store. So I'm like, I'm going to take that and kind of just crank it up to 11. You don't want anything mellow there. You want to, if you got people waiting in line for that long, you want to keep the energy up, spirits up. And yeah, it was a blast.
Awesome. Also, this weekend was Jubilee. That was packed. I heard like 7,000 or so plus tickets were sold. That was, the weather was awesome. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better evening.
It was the perfect weather for any activities this whole weekend. It was great.
Yeah. And then followed that up on Sunday morning with Ori's Garlic Fest. This was probably the biggest year for the event. Down over at Public at the Brickyard and Old Town Square. I saw both of y'all there.
Yes, sir.
Saw everybody there, man.
Yeah.
It was they were active yesterday.
Do they keep track? Does anybody know? Do they keep track of the numbers? I mean, it'd be really hard. I don't know if they're even able to do that.
I don't know if there's a way with how open air it is, and I will say they did changing the floor plan to including the square, changed the whole space. I remember last year we felt a little congested down the two alleyways, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there was a great flow, and that really opened things up. More vendors access, but I didn't feel cramped at any real point too badly, so that was really nice.
Yeah, I think the two alleyways were a little cramped, but for the most part, having the whole square available really just added to the event. I mean, the footprint seems like it's getting bigger and bigger. Megan Greenway, Wes, they just do a phenomenal job there. There was a judging competition. I was a part of it, and they have not announced the winners, but they're going to be announcing the winners all week long. So make sure you follow Ori's Garlic Fest.
Okay.
And while I was there, I did pick up a shirt. Can you see that?
Nice.
A little bit. Raise it up just a little bit.
Garlic
There we go. Garlic Gang.
Yeah, I got that from Dummies Apparel Company. They're actually celebrating their 5th year anniversary on the 20th and 21st. So I wanted to buy a shirt and just show them some love.
Cool
Nice.
design. Cool design.
It was
like
a
I said,
good time.
Busy weekend. There's more busy events coming up. Anything you guys looking forward to coming up?
I'm looking forward to Tallgrass Film Festival.
Yeah, that's coming up in October.
Yeah. As far as this month, man, I don't know about any specific events. I've got multiple golf tournaments that I'm going to be part of, and quite a bit of travel this month. I'm going up to the Kansas City area at least twice. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to hit up this month.
I got a whole bunch, man. We've got, well, starting with the foodie stuff. I mean, what do we got? We're about a week out from the Crave Foodie Fair over at Mark Arts. That's going to be a solid one. This week, super stoked. Friday over at Wave. You got Cypress Hill concert. So really stoked for that one. Actually, I'm really most stoked to go see Souls of Mischief, who's one of the opening acts of them in Yellow Wolf. That's going to be a phenomenal one. And then I'm rounding this month out with Casa for Sedgwick County. They got a Casa night. So yeah, it's going to be a blast. Lots of good stuff coming up.
DJ, when is Casa Eno?
That is the 28th of September.
The last Saturday of
Last
September?
Saturday, yep.
I mean,
Okay.
it's a busy schedule coming up. I mean, October 5th, there's Pumpkin Fest. Obviously, all the pumpkin events, all the pumpkin carvings, the what do you call those things? Oh, my mind just went blank. Oh, I can't even think. Anyways, Blocktoberfest. So you have ICT Blocktoberfest on October 11th, and one of my favorite events, Wichita Asian Festival on the 12th.
I can't even think about October yet. There's so much going on.
Well, if we're
You got
talking
Holiday
September,
Galleria. You got Jack-o'-lantern Spectacular, Botanica. You got the Tattoo Convention, Tallgrass Film Festival. October. It's the month to do all the things in Wichita.
but before September ends, there is the Downtown Chili Cook-Off.
Yes.
And we're going to shoot it on over to some special guests we have. We have Don Grant and Megan Meier. They're here to talk about the 2024 Wagonmasters Downtown Chili Cook-Off, which takes place September 28th at high noon. Don, Megan, welcome.
Welcome. Well, thank you. Thanks for having us. And it starts at noon, but you can get there at 9 a.m. if you want.
You can get there at 5 a.m. if you want. I was a cook one year, and I think we got there at 5 or 6 to set up. It was quite the day. So,
Yeah.
the Wagon Masters Chili Cook-Off, for those that don't know, I was just telling Don earlier, I think it's probably the most well-ran food event in town. I mean, it is truly a well-oiled machine. They've been doing it for 30-plus years. Just packs the downtown area.
Yeah, we're at 20 years. It's an event that's gone on for more than 50 years. We took it over from the Wichita festivals. They had it for a few years before the Downtown Development Group had it. But it was just a perfect fit for us. Our mission statement is to promote the good life. And I was not the first person to put it on, but I was the first official chili dipper the 3rd year that we did it. And I can tell you, our whole goal here is to create an event that a family can come down and not get milked for money. You know, they can come down $5 for a chili tasting kit, and we're going to have upwards of 70 teams this year. So $5 allows you to eat all the chili you can eat, plus you can go back and get multiple bowls of the famous Wagonmasters chili, which is won so many times we quit competing. So we just give a bowl away now. But it's just a great event. Beverages are inexpensive. There's going to be kids events. There's going to be a raffle that Megan will be able to address because she knows the inside out on that. But it's just an event that I love. It's a part of my heart, and I think it's a part of a lot of people's September every year.
And what people are probably familiar with the chili cook-off, But what I think some people don't know about is the Good Life grant, and after looking into it, it's like you said, it's a grant committed to benefiting, quality life for people. I'm just looking at the past years, honorees, people that you've helped, the organizations you've supported. I mean, you're talking Ability Point, Alzheimer's Association, Club Parkinson's of Kansas, Cowtown, Rise Up for Youth. I mean, it spans the whole gamut of the city. I mean, you're helping people with mental illness, history preservation, neurological disease, gang violence, homelessness, at-risk youth, Down syndrome, human trafficking. The list goes on and on.
Well,
It's
I can tell you that the goal is to find those smaller organizations that aren't necessarily getting the big money, from the other nonprofits, and that something where a couple $1,000s will make their year. We focus a lot on women's issues and veterans groups. Just to give you, if you want a quick background of this, we used to give away scholarships to Kansas kids going to Kansas schools. That was before we took over the chili cook-off. I happened to be the captain of the organization the year we created the Good Life Grants, and it was because we were building. We didn't intend to make money at it. All we wanted to do was throw a party for the community and make it affordable. Well, we got sponsorships, and so after 3 years of doing the chili cook-off, we realized we need to create a way to get this money out to the community. And we thought, well, the most deserving people would be women's groups, veterans groups, and people, homeless and that sort of thing. So we created the Good Life Grants, and to date, we are creeping up on giving away $300,000 over the 20 years that we've taken this over. So,
Well done.
I mean, it's the community that's giving it, and it's our sponsors, and it's the hardworking Wagonmasters who do nothing but have a good time with
Amen.
anything that we do. If there's not a red cup there, we're not doing it.
And one of the big revenue boosters this year will be a 50-50 raffle. Megan, you want to let everybody know what that is?
Yes. So John and I, we go way back. We used to go to high school together, and he knows I love to do charity events and promote anything that has to do with giving back to the community. Well, he decided that, selling tickets is better when you have the right people to do it, the motivated people to be able to go around and hustle these tickets. So the first year we started out, it was old school with, paper tickets, and everybody had to write, their information on it. So we've kind of evolved. We've made the process so much easier for people to purchase these tickets, and the huge thing about it is it's a bonus for you potentially, and then you're obviously giving back to charity. So if the pot's $10,000 at the end of the day, and you're the winner, you get $5,000, and the other $5,000 goes back to the charity. So it's a win-win either way, and there's so many people that have benefited from having this, and we just keep increasing the ticket sales every single year. I think last year was around $15,000 that we did just in ticket sales in those few hours. That so I get a group of girls and have them have very specific eye-catching outfits that are find the girl that is wearing this or that. This year we are going to be in bright pink shirts this year, so go find the girl in the pink shirt, go find the this specific person. So, and this year I think I've pretty much doubled the girls that are going to be helping out. So very easy for us to be found, and everybody just has such a good time. I mean, I have people still asking me like, oh, if you need a girl next year, like let me know, because they, the other girls do have such a good time hanging out at the event and participating and knowing that they're doing this for a good cause, even though they're taking time out of their Saturday. Because for us, it isn't all day. We get there early, we prep, and then all of the sales leading up to the event, since we started offering them online as well.
And that can be found over at the Wagonmasters website.
Yes.
Actually bought $100 worth of tickets at Zubilee.
You're welcome.
After some hot dogs and burgers and some shots of bourbon, I was like, I kind of got talked into it. So, yeah. Anybody looking to buy tickets? There are 1 for $5, 10 for $10, 75 tickets for $20, 200 for $50, or if you like to be charitable, 500 for $100.
There it is.
And the winner will be announced on 9:30, I believe. All right. Well, Don, Megan, I appreciate you hopping on. I'm sure many of us will see you at the Chili Cook-Off here in a few weeks.
All right, thank you,
All
and
right,
we
Thank
Looking forward
you.
appreciate
to it.
all you do to help us promote the event because it's a
Yeah.
Of
big
course.
deal.
We really appreciate it.
Awesome. We'll see you guys.
Amazing.
All right,
thank
thank you.
And we're back. Let's talk about upcoming events this weekend. First, September 13th and 15th is Autumn and Art. It is free and open to the public. Art lovers will have an opportunity to shop for art, grab a drink, and just, enjoy Bradley Fair, where it takes place at. Although I should say on Friday the 13th, there is a patron party, which is a ticketed event. Otherwise, if you show up the 14th or 15th, it's all free. I mean, musical acts include Trevor Stewart, William Flynn, Sterling Gray, and more. On Saturday the 14th is Welcome Fest at the Sedgwick County Extension Building at 21st and Ridge Road from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is a multicultural celebration with food, performances, live music, highlighting Africa, Asia, Latin America, Europe, and even the U.S. So check that
you. I
out.
think that looks awesome.
That's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna sneak in probably for an hour or so this weekend there.
Yeah, I'm
Also
definitely going to swing by.
On Saturday is the Learning Labs Wichita Grand Opening Celebration from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's at 703 East Douglas. This is something pretty cool. It's a collaborative learning hub to allow students to learn and grow in different learning styles. So it benefits a bunch of kids. I don't know too much about it, so I'm going to read more about it, put a blog out later this week, and get that out there.
I know.
And the last thing that's taking place, I don't know if you plan on going, TKG, it is Anime Kansas at Century 2 on the 14th and 15th.
Well, we
I-
did say that we would go, didn't we?
Yeah, I have
I don't.
been.
Did we commit to it, or did we just kind of say if we're able to? I don't recall.
I plan on stopping by, and I do plan on dressing up in some capacity.
Gosh.
No pressure. No pressure.
I'm here for
man.
that at least. Oh man.
Do you-
Are you
you-
going to go
I mean-
Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go Saturday. Sunday, I have a golf tournament.
Gotcha.
Nope, that's next weekend. This Sunday, I have nothing going on, but I plan on going Saturday.
Okay.
Well
See what I
then, I think I'll be in town. Let's definitely touch base. I probably can't go too late in the day. I've got some other stuff, but I did tell Brooke that I would go.
All right.
So
All right. Things going on in the community. Something I want to share. There's a nonprofit in Wichita called Children's First. The organization serves children and families in the community, such as those in housing crisis. For example, one example they shared on their Facebook page, a disabled former law enforcement officer and his wife were completing forms for housing assistance. When they were offered a granola bar, the wife started crying because she had not eaten in 24 hours. So they definitely aim to serve a lot of people in town. And last week, someone broke into the food pantry and pretty much wiped them out. So they
Jeez.
are in need of some help. Donations for food are being accepted at Adores Wichita Center at 1165 Southwest Boulevard. Food items need to be non-perishable. So I plan to swing by and just drop some things off because that just sucks to, have that happen to them. And hopefully the people that did that do need the food. And I just hope for a good outcome for everyone.
that's horrible.
Yeah, for someone to be doing something in the community like that, it's just that hurts.
So yeah, like I said, if you want to drop off any donations, Doors, Wichita Center, 1165 Southwest Boulevard. And with that said, we're going to move on to the weather. TKG, drop us with the weather report.
The weather report. All right. Well, good evening, Gastroland. This is your weather report through the weekend. Thursday, you will have a high of 87 with a low of 60. So make sure and open up those windows tonight and let some cool air into your living quarters. There will be a slight breeze tonight and tomorrow at 11 miles per hour, and that's out of the southeast, Eddie. On Friday, you'll be looking at a high of 88 degrees with lows of 63, but just a little bit of wind at 9 miles per hour. Saturday, which is always my favorite day, you'll be looking at a high of 89 degrees, and it will be mostly sunny with winds out of the east at 12 miles per hour. And on Sunday, Sunday during Eddie's golf tournament, the high will reach 90 degrees. Now, there is an 11% chance of rain, which I think is pretty high if you consider that Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber only had a 1 in a million chance to get with Mary Samsonite.
I
Samsonite.
was way off.
What was her real last name again?
Swanson.
Swanson? Was it Mary Swanson? Yeah. All right, and lastly, your weather joke of the day. What does everyone listen to, but no one believes?
The weatherman.
Exactly. Good job, DJ. Back to you, Eddie.
It was too obvious. All right.
Ding. Yeah, it was too.
All right. We're going to do a quick word from our sponsors, the Shocker Store. It's time to prep for the upcoming Shocker basketball season. So Friday, October 4th and Saturday, October 5th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., the Shocker Store's Braeburn location at 4521 East 21st Street will be having a big sale. There you can save 30 to 70% off on select WCU items. I personally have a massive collection of Shocker stuff, but I still buy, 2 or 3 pieces every year. So I'll be there.
Right on.
All right, moving on to online shout-outs. Every week I ask for the community on Facebook to give me some things they want to shout out, so let's run through them. Bill Wisby wants to shout out Agape Care Cradle. The organization supports parents who have had to face the loss of a child. There's a fundraiser for the organization on 9/28 in Augusta. It's the 9th annual Shoot Some Clay to support fathers of infant loss. Jeff Herndon wants to shout out the VA hospital. For the second year in a row, the Robert J. Dole VA Medical Center earned a 5-star rating from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Only 8.2% of hospitals surveyed receive a 5-star rating. Next, Christian Chandler wants to shout out Party Rockers ICT. They provide magical meet and greets for party guests with your child's favorite characters.
They're awesome.
Next up, Bonnie Hancock wants to shout out Tinker Barbecue over at 620 West Maple Street. Stop by and say hi to Bruce, who does all the cooking at Tinker. He's a good dude. That's actually coming from me. Tara Kathleen wants to shout out Zape. They are located at 335 North Hydraulic, and they sell handcrafted bath and body products, wax melts, and tarts. And lastly, congrats to Amber Alexander and her husband celebrating their 16th anniversary tomorrow.
Congrats.
Nice.
Let's wrap things up in What's Good in Wichita. It's time for us to share just something cool, someone cool, or anything heartwarming that they've seen or deserves a shout out. For me, I'll kick things off. I want to shout out a gentleman named Vernon Jones. He has been an avid reader of my blog and supportive of a lot of my endeavors. I think a lot of what we do in general, sometimes gets overlooked or just forgotten about, and maybe even we forget to thank the readers who support us. And so I've been doing, I think 10 or 11 or 12, dinners, tastings, whatever you call it. And Vernon has been there for all of them. Every single one. He messages me. He's like, "Hey, when are tickets going on sale?" And he's there. Just
awesome.
a good dude. And I just want to say I appreciate you, Vernon.
Very cool.
Carbon.
Very cool.
Man, so I would like to say, because we've been doing the show for a little bit, but I haven't had the opportunity. I'm going to give you your flowers, man. There's so much going on in this community that I would not know about were it not for you. And getting to be out and about, all the great things that we get to be a part of. It's been an honor to be a part of these things. But some of the stuff, even when we talk all the time, I don't even know until my wife's like, "Hey, did you read his last post?" So literally highlighting this community in such a great way. I want to take a moment. I get to enjoy your company on a regular basis, but truly give you your flowers and all the things that you've done for the community in an awesome way and highlighting all this stuff from the blog to the videos to now the dinner table. It's been absolutely amazing to be to see the growth, but now actually be a part of the journey, man. But you've done a phenomenal job in highlighting and showcasing Wichita in a way that is, again, I probably say you probably hear it quite a bit, but man, to truly just give you your flowers for a job well done and pushing Wichita further, and it's amazing. So thank you for all that you do, Julie.
I appreciate it. Cheers.
I second that, and I would add to that just to say I don't think people may realize the amount of work that Eddie must do. I don't think I fully appreciate it, but I probably appreciate it more than many because I bust my ass and I do 10%, if that, of what Eddie does.
Yeah.
So totally. So I guess that's me. So this past Friday, I got home about around 7:30 or 7, and my dog Hope was kind of whimpering, and I was concerned about her. So where do you take a dog that can't tell you what's wrong on a Friday night? And so ended up at Veterinary Emergency and Specialty Hospital, Wichita, over on the west side, about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. And I just wanted to give a shout out to them. It's awesome that we have that option. Dr. Townsley was the vet that saw Hope, and she's okay. Nobody should worry about her. But that's your loved ones in a scary moment, and it's awesome that we have that option. It's awesome that there are vets willing to be there in the middle of the night on a Friday night. So shout out to them.
For sure.
Hey, I'm glad to hear the good news, though, man. All right. Well, with that said, to my guests and to all those watching at home, thank you. You've all been excused from the dinner table.
Thank you, Eddie.
We'll see ya.
Thank you.